Today let's take a guess on how the unique units of the upcoming DLC are going to look when upgraded to Elite. For those who doesn't know, with the new official update, the Elite versions of the unique unit will get a reskin. The developers already gave us a taste of what it will look like with very cool new designs, but also which units will not be affected by that change. Keep in mind that I am going to skip the unique units such as the Teutonic Knight, the Tarkan or the Samurai because we already know how they would look. So don't be confused with the random order I am going to present you the units. Without wasting any more time, let's take a look at the rest unique units and try to guess what we should expect with this new patch. The Elite version of the Arambai might not look much different than the existing one, since there are almost no pictures of Arambai warriors in the internet, and it is hard to believe that the Elite version will have some kind of extra armor that will make it look heavier because the Arambai should look agile and nimble. So I am thinking that the changes might be minimal, maybe a cloak or a shield at the back of the warriors, but nothing more. Next is the Boyar representing the Slavs. The Boyar already looks heavily armored and well protected, and I think that there will be only one change, and that is of the helmet, with something with more Russian style in it, as we can see in these pics. And maybe some coat of arms will be added at their shields. The Camel archer I think should have small detailed changes in the camel itself with random colorful demonstrations. And the archer itself might have a shield on its back, maybe something similar like the Genoese has. Camel archers should look agile, so I don't see any heavy armor additions. About the Cataphract, mostly it will stay the same. I see different armor for the horses though, maybe full scale armor like the Imperial Centurion has, and less likely changes are different helmet style, a cloak at their backs, a lance instead of a sword, and maybe changing the color of the armor from silver to gold. I get the feeling that the Elite Centurion would just change to the already existing unit of the Imperial Centurion. I can't think anything else that would make them look more elite from what they already are. I think the reskin of the Chakram would look really cool. Although you can't find many images of how the Chakram throwers would look like, I found some war hats that I believe they would be included in the Elite version. They might not be chronologically correct, but I have the feeling that they will be added. Also, the addition of beards and extra layers of clothing based on blue color is possible too. The main changes of the Tsukono that I see coming is added leather patches as pauldrons, bracers and cuirass. Maybe that armor will be colorful rather than blank. I don't think there will be any more changes than these. I can hardly find any actual depictions of Armenian bowmen of the Middle Ages, and the unit itself already looks heavily armored. I only see maybe some kind of scale body armor added, something very minimal though, and maybe a shield on the back. I see big changes for the Coustillier. I think that the Elite version will get a heavier armor for the horse with plate mail, and the horseman itself will get full armor as well. Basically the helmet and polearm will stay the same and everything else will be replaced with plates of armor. I believe it would be one of the coolest skins of the DLC. I think that the Genoese crossbowman will only get a more defined and protective kettle hat and a breastplate. I wouldn't be surprised if they replaced the triangle shield to a rectangular or shaped one for the elite version. Since Ghulam were actually slave warriors or mercenaries, usually of Turkic origin, I think that their elite version would look like exactly the same. There are hardly any changes that can be done, maybe a slightly different helmet or an additional feather at the top of it. Huskarl seem hard to predict, and I doubt there will be intensive changes. They are already accurately depicted in Age of Empires, so I can only think of minor cosmetic changes on coloring the helmet and armor to look more elite in a way. Most likely, Hussite wagons will have very few changes when upgraded. I believe more of cosmetic ones, like banners sticking out of the wagon or shields hanging from its wooden walls. Something simple to just make them a bit more distinguished than their normal counterparts. Now about the Jaguar warrior, I think there is a simple prediction. As we can see from actual depictions and art illustrations, Jaguar warriors basically had a jaguar coat holding a log with pikes, looking like a chainsaw, and at their backs they had some kind of banner or flag. But something like that exists already in the game. It is the hero unit Ichikoalt, which looks exactly as we described before. There is great chance for the developers to use the same model. I'm going to stop here for now. Of course, the next video will be uploaded tomorrow with part 2 of these units. Feel free to tell me what you think in the comment section and what are your own predictions. See you soon, guys! Also, a small note for those who are interested, I'm about to complete a new series of campaigns. I'm trying to fix some bugs here and there, but it will be out soon. So stay tuned and I will keep you updated.